What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best. And in today's video, I got another unboxing. It's funny, I just recorded an unboxing for a new pair of shoes that I got in the mail that I'm very excited about. And then 30 minutes later, this package shows up, which kind of caught me off guard. I didn't expect this to show up today. And I have another package showing up today. Life's a lot more fun when you got packages on the way, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing quite like that hit of dopamine when I check the tracking on something and they say out for delivery. You know what I mean? Just give you something to look forward to. I don't know, this is how I get by day. But in this box here, we have a package all the way from Japan. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, okay, no, never mind. I thought that was Tokyo Tower. I don't think that's actually, or is it? But this came JP Post. We have a package from a friend who, basically he looked out for your boy. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So as you guys mostly know, or as a lot of you will know, I talked about it in a few videos as well as on stream and everything like that. Recently, early at the beginning of this month, I went out of town to California to go to the wedding of one of my closest friends, Dino, or Rhymestyle, as you know. Him and his wonderful wife Kayla, now wife Kayla, got married, and it was a great time. And there was a bunch of us out there that you guys probably know and love, like myself, my girlfriend Eunice, as well as C-Reacts, Afro Senju, Dado Doya, Nanogenics. A bunch of us were out there and we had a great time. While I was out there, however, I lost something.
I lost something once.
And it was something that I got while I was in Japan. And it wasn't like something that was particularly expensive, but it was just one of those little mementos that like meant something to me, and that I remember the trip by and everything like that. And it was something that I cherished and I genuinely really liked. And you know, I was talking about it on stream and maybe even mentioned it on Twitter or whatever. And well, we have another friend who was out there named Casey, who actually lives in Japan, and he was out there for the wedding. And well, he hit me up and basically said, hey, you know, like I could get you another one of those. And it looks like he included some other goodies in here as well. So first up, it looks like we've got some matcha Kit Kats straight from Japan. I actually don't know if they sell this flavor at my local Asian market. I do have an Asian market that does sell like some more exotic flavors of Kit Kat that you don't get in regular stores. But the matcha flavor, I don't know if they actually have. And I don't eat Kit Kats personally, but I know Shorty will definitely appreciate these. Then it looks like we've got, are these those ramen chips? I think these are the ramen chips. Yeah, crispy ramen snack. So I don't know the name of this and I can't read it. I don't read or speak Japanese, but it does look like we have another little snack in here. And then what else have we got here? Oh, I know what these are, but I forget what they're called. But again, I know Eunice likes these, so I'll probably let her have some of this. I've also been on a little bit of a diet myself, and I've been cutting out a lot of different things, like a lot of processed food and sugar, and I've been trying to watch my sodium and everything as well. Looks like we have another flavor of Kit Kats in here. I don't know if this is just like a different type of, is this dark chocolate or milk chocolate or something special, but it's Japanese. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all know how the beam go. Thing, but thing in Japanese. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So more Japanese Kit Kats for your head top. And then right here, we actually have some matcha. So I don't drink matcha very much, or really at all. I've tried it a couple times. It's all right. It's not really my thing. But the matcha that they have in Japan, not to be that guy, but like I say this from what I've been told, right? While we were out there, Eunice and I, we obviously did a lot of shopping, and she, you know, bought some snacks and stuff to bring back with her. And she also bought like a bunch of matcha, I believe, while we were in Osaka. Right? Was it when we were out there? Oh yeah, I want to say it was while we were out there. And when she brought it back and had it, she said that it tastes way better than any matcha that she's ever had in America. Now this isn't the same brand, but this is something that Casey and his girlfriend, I believe, recommended, and they thought that we might enjoy. So I'll probably try some myself, but hopefully Eunice likes that. And then finally, the final thing in here that I got is, for me, the most important. It's silly, but it is this Pokemon Pikachu AirPods case. So here's the thing, right? While I was out there in Japan, we went to like several different Pokemon centers, and I think at the one in, was it the one in the Tokyo Skytree? I think it was the one in the Tokyo Skytree. I actually bought this AirPods case. It might have been there. I don't remember exactly. But I bought this AirPods case, right? And it's, you know, just a fun little souvenir, whatever. It was cool. I don't know if they actually sell this in the States. I didn't see it anywhere. Maybe you could find it on eBay or Amazon or something. But regardless, I got what was out there. And it's not like something that, you know, was like particularly expensive or there's a specific memory. It's just like, you know, this is just one of those little things that I bought my first time out there in Japan. It was just another souvenir, and I genuinely did like it. And I threw it on my AirPods case, and I was using it the entire time while it was out there. Well, the entire time since I've been back, ever since I bought it. And while I was out there in California, obviously I take my AirPods with me everywhere that I go. It's funny, when AirPods first came out, I didn't really like see the hype or the appeal. And I also think the original ones, and I still feel this way, the original ones with the really long stems look kind of dorky and stupid. You know what I'm saying? No flame or shade to anyone who still got those. And I'm just saying, I just personally just think they look a little silly. So I never bought them. But when the Pros came out, I was like, okay, those look a lot better. They're a little bit more discreet. They don't look as dorky or whatever. And also, everyone says that AirPods are like really, really good. So I kind of wanted to try them out. And so one day when the Pros came out, not like when they first dropped, but the Pros came out, and on impulse one day, I was at Best Buy. I bought a pair. You know what I'm saying? I think they were on sale for like 160 or 180. They're usually like 200 or something like that, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what the hype is all about. And I was blown away. I was like, whoa. Like, I low-key thought it would be something I regret and be like, man, this was a waste of money. Nah, some of my favorite headphones I've ever used, if not my favorite headphones I've ever owned or used. Between the noise canceling and the sound quality, and just, they've become such an integral part of my everyday life, and especially when I'm traveling. I could not be on a plane without some AirPods these days. Like, it's one of them things, like, you know, you ever seen people make those videos like top 10 things I can't live without, or if I was on a stranded island, here's the things that I would bring, or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My AirPods are one of those everyday things that, like, this is a top 10 thing for me in life. I use them every single day, whether I'm at home, at the gym, traveling, on a flight, on a long car ride, whatever the case is. Like, I always have my AirPods in. And like around the house, like I have like one in while I'm doing like chores and stuff, you know what I mean? Obviously, if I'm sitting here at my desk, it's very rare that I have my AirPods in, right? Because I'm doing whatever I'm doing at my desk. And it's not like I have them in 24/7, but they do get used at some point, basically every single day. At some point during the trip, while I was at my hotel, so I was meeting up with Afro and basically our YouTube manager to go have dinner. And unbeknownst to me, my AirPods must have slipped out of my pocket while I was in the hotel lobby. And so I went, had dinner, whatever. And then when Afro and I got back to our hotel, you know, I got out of the car and I reached into my pocket and my AirPods went there. And I was like, yo, I lost my AirPods. Like maybe, and I'm thinking like maybe I left them back at the restaurant. And he's like, well, first, you know, we start checking the car and everything just to make sure they didn't slip out of my pocket and they're not in the car. They aren't. He's like, well, we can go back. I'm like, I bet, let's go back. Because AirPods ain't cheap. Mind you, these are the AirPod Pro 2s at this point now, because when the 2s came out, I loved the first one so much, and plus mine were getting old, and like one of them was starting to like kind of deteriorate in quality and stuff. I was like, yeah, when the 2s came out, I bought them immediately. So I've had them since, you know, they released. And, you know, we go back to the restaurant, can't find them. Yeah, I feel like I'm rambling. Long story short, I find out that they're in the hotel. I couldn't find them. Someone clearly found them and kept them, so stole them, whatever. And so I ended up losing not only the case, but the AirPods themselves. And I was very distraught and unhappy about that. And I was equally as upset about losing my little case as I was about the AirPods, because one, these are expensive, and like I use them every day. Like these are one of my daily essentials, and also like a little souvenir from Japan. Like I was really upset about that. And I was like, well, I could replace the AirPods, but I don't know next time I'm gonna be able to get one of these, right? And like I was thinking, I was like, I'm gonna have to go online and see if I can find it somewhere. And I was telling the story probably on stream or on Twitter. I don't even remember where exactly. And then Casey was like, yo, like I could get you a new one. Where'd you get it from? And I was like, yo, real talk. And so huge shout out to Casey for that. I greatly appreciate it. Very, very kind and generous dude. And, you know, he really didn't have to do that. Went out of his way to get these snacks for us and this matcha for Eunice and replaced my case for me. And also, if you're wondering, I mean, you clearly see it, right? Like I got new AirPods. So what ended up happening is I'm at the airport and I'm like, I'm gearing up to like raw dog this flight. I'm like, I'm really going to have to be on this flight with no headphones, man. And I'm just like, mustering up the strength, because by the time I'm in the airport, like at my gate, I'm like, nah, I can't do this. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm about to just go buy a pair in the airport. I find a store that's an authorized Apple seller, because there's, in pretty much every airport I've been in, there's always at least 1 or 2 stores that are like authorized sellers of Apple products. So they'll have like AirPods and official lightning cables and all that stuff, right? And that's the thing too, is that like I have an iPhone, so like you kind of have to get like if you know some AirPods or something wireless. You can't just get like wired stuff most of the time now. Because I think Apple makes one that's with the lightning connector, but I don't know if other brands do. I don't think they do or whatever, right? So I'm like, well, I gotta get some wireless earphones or something, or at the very, you know what I mean? So I find a store that sells them. $350 plus tax. They wanted $350 plus tax for a pair of AirPod Pro 2s. These are only $250, I think, retail. And you know what I mean? So I'm like, I thought about for a moment, I considered it. I'm like, there's just no fucking way. I'm just not, no, that's just not. I was like, as bad as I want a new pair, as bad as I feel like I need a new pair, nah, that's just not acceptable. Right, they also had the Maxes in there, the AirPod Pro Maxes, you know, the over ear ones, like $700, like $700. Out there rabbit ass mine. And there's people in there, there's people out there that's paying that. Not me though. So what I ended up doing was I settled for a pair of the wired earphones from Apple with the lightning connector, and these got the job done. They don't have noise canceling or anything like that, but I was like, there's just no way I can survive this 5-hour flight back home without music and or YouTube videos. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always listening to stuff while I'm on the plane. And even though a lot of times I sleep on a plane, I'm still listening to music or stuff while I sleep. I was like, there's just no way. So I paid $35 or something like that for those, even though they were on Amazon for like $15 and they retail for like $20. So markup on those as well, but much better than paying $350. And then when I got back home, I saw on Amazon, because at this point it's like close to Mother's Day, I want to say, and these were actually on sale on Amazon for Mother's Day for like $160. And I was like, that's significantly more reasonable. Still sucks that I have to fork that over, but like I said, this is one of like my top 10 things I don't think I could live without these days. And so yeah, I bought a new pair and I've had them since. And now I get to finally put them back, or like for the first time, I guess, unite them with their new home in this, almost dropped it, silicone Pikachu case. So let's just go ahead and crack that open real quick. Go ahead and get that out of there. And there we go, man. It just comes with a little chain, so you can hook it onto your keychain if you want, or anything like that, which maybe I should do. Maybe I should slap it onto my keys, and maybe I'd be a lot less likely to lose it. But you know, I mean, I've owned AirPods for what, like 5 years now, I guess, because I think I bought my first pair in 2020, and that was my first time ever losing. I still have all of my original pairs. Well, I still have my original pair and these ones now. So I've had, this is my third. I've only lost one, and I never lost like an individual one, you know what I'm saying? So I think I took pretty good care of them, because I know people who have lost plenty of them. But yeah, man, reunited, you know what I'm saying? So that's my little story. And again, huge shout out to Casey, the homie from Japan, for sending this over, because I'm very happy to have that. I am gonna hook the chain. I had the chain on here just cause, but I didn't actually, like, you know, connect it to anything. I dead might connect it to my keys now for real, because I'd be damned I lose this again. But yeah, man, so that's that. Just quick little unboxing video and a little bit of a story time for y'all today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all this content when I bring you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Remember, nothing could happen to you, swing the bat. Later.